Hey everyone, welcome back to Unboxing 9 to 5. Today we are diving deep into the world of coffee. Coffee is much more than caffeine, right? Coffee is about your experience, passion, and a sense of community. I have with me Samyak Jain, the co founder of Crazy Coffee, one of Rajasthan's fastest growing coffee chains with 25 stores and still counting. Samyak and his team started Crazy Coffee in 2018 with just one outlet and a passion for coffee. And today they've built a brand that's something which is redefining our experience of how we experience our crazy favorite brew. We'll be talking about his stories and various strategies that go behind building a coffee empire. Samyak, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, Vedika. Thank you so much for the intro.
We also have a coffee with us. Let's go,
Yes.
Samyak. So, Samyak, how are you feeling about it today? How are you feeling being here discussing with me about how far you have come?
No, it's great. It's great. We generally do it informally, this is for the first time. I'm also doing a podcast, but talking about Crazy Coffee, it's never less. Never less. We can do it. I think all day. Me and my co-founder Rishabh. So it's great to be here. Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Let's continue this.
Great to have you here, Samyak. Samyak, before we get into the nitty gritty of the topic, let's loosen things up a little with a small game of Never Have I Ever. Do you know the rules or should I be explaining it to
No,
you?
I know that. Can continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. First one. Never have I ever started something without knowing what I was getting into.
Okay, I have. We are sitting right here, Crazy Coffee, and so basically, me and Rishabh both are engineers with our background. So Rishabh completed his automobile engineering, and I completed my computer science engineering. Right. So it was very much in the middle of the college period that we started this, without knowing that how big could this become, and it's still going on. It's a going on process that what we are doing, but yes, never thought that we will dive into this so deep, being from engineering background.
Right.
Yeah, so everyone is looking out for jobs and everything, but between that somewhere we figured out what we have to do.
Agreed. And it's amazing what you have done. Okay. Next one. Never have I ever served coffee to a customer myself in the early days.
No, I still do.
Yes.
And both of us, it's a passion, or maybe I don't know what it is, but it's a sort of compulsion to both of us. Like if we don't do that, we feel something is missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for everyone, Samyak actually served coffee for us today as well. So yeah. Okay. Next one. Never have I ever paid for a coffee at another store.
No, I have. We hop around a lot of cafes, especially the new ones in the town. And whenever even we plan for a trip or something, it's basically the list or itinerary includes only cafes, I believe. So recently I went to Bombay as well, and my friends are making itinerary what we are going to do, and I am making itinerary what all cafes are there to visit. So no, we do actually do.
So are you someone who experiences traveling through food?
Yes.
Yes, I'm exactly the same. Like I love to explore food at a new place, and for me that's like a big part of the traveling and the memories.
Right.
into it. Yeah, totally. Okay. Never have I ever worked a full day in the cafe and thought this is harder than I imagined.
No, I have. On occasions which actually occurred first time, our first Diwali rush, our first anniversary offer rush. I can't express it ki how difficult it went at some point of time. We were like, let's just stop it for a while, and but in the end, like that feeling, that adrenaline rush, that you have completed an amazing job, you have served so many customers, and the team has really did a good job. It's an amazing feeling. So it's a difficult but worthy. It's completely worthy.
Yeah, like the days when I'm working very hard and then when I come back and the sleep is just so peaceful because the rush like that makes you feel so
Right,
nice that you're
right.
doing something for yourself.
Exactly.
For sure. Okay, last one. Never have I ever had a customer tell me Crazy Coffee tastes better than the international chains.
No, I have definitely. We still do have customers who say like, we live in this particular city and we don't have crazy coffee over there, and the coffee over there, like from Starbucks or maybe any other coffee chain, it's not customizable as per our needs, and that's one of your USP. Like we do customize your coffee, and that's what makes us stand different from every other brand. Yeah.
For sure. No, your coffee is actually really great, and I love the all the options in the menu. Today I'm trying Irish coffee, and it's top notch.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but Samyak, all your answers suggest like how amazing the journey's been so far, which is why I really want to listen about your whole story. Basically, your journey from one outlet to 25 outlets. So let's talk about that.
Sure, Radhika.
So, Samyak, you told me that you guys did not know that it would become such a big thing right off the bat. So, take us through your journey from opening the first outlet to building 25 stores, and now you told me that it's soon gonna become 27. So, how's it been?
So, it was back in December 2017. Like the idea came up. We got an opportunity, like a good small kiosk shop, possible outlet, a 10 by 10 shop, and my brother, like my co-founder as well, he was very much fond of this food and beverage category, I would say. So as a hobby, he used to make things at home as well, and try different things. तो जब ये अपॉर्चुनिटी आई तो लगा कि मे बी वी कैन डू समथिंग, मे बी वी कैन नॉट, क्योंकि एक पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम पे आता है कि एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ एज पीपल आस्क यू लाइक वुड इट हैम्पर योर स्टडीज़.
Totally agreed. Yeah.
ठीक है, टुक अप द करेज, लाइक स्पेशली ऋषभ डिड इट, एंड जब वहाँ पे इन्वेस्टमेंट की बारी आई तो वी टुक अ स्मॉल लोन फ्रॉम फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली, एंड वी जस्ट गेट ऑल इन एंड स्टार्टेड इट. तो जब किया स्टार्ट, वी स्टार्टेड विद अ वेरी स्मॉल मेन्यू एंड वी डिडंट नो लाइक हाउ टू गेट अ गुड टीम एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड we used to come from college, like so Rishabh used to do up and down daily and I used to come on weekends. In whatever way each one of us could put the best inputs of into this. So ये हुआ जब तो लगा कि ठीक है, it's good, it's going good, we are getting a good response. नई रेसिपीज़ R&D करी, क्रिएट करी हमने खुद ने, एंड लोगों का जब अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स मिलने लगा तो पोस्ट 6 months आफ्टर दैट लाइक हम लोगों ने प्लान किया, लेट्स मेक इट लिटिल बिट बिगर, एंड वी वेंट टू अ प्लेस इन सी स्कीम एंड looked to a shop, and we thought let's just grab this opportunity and do it. So thankfully, like everyone in our family, they've supported us, and we just started with that. Soon after ये था लोगों का input कि this place is a dead place, or this is a black road, you shouldn't have done this here, and maybe ठीक है, लोगों का input ये भी होता है, what are you doing after doing, or meanwhile your engineering is going on. But we promised like our parents as well, like this won't hamper our education or something. And जब वो किया, post 6 months we started getting results, and we realized that we are doing something which was very new to the crowd of Jaipur. Right, so a takeaway coffee concept was not there. It was usually a fine dine concept to a very limited crowd. Right, to take it to a new segment of crowd, and like कि किन लोगों को हम टारगेट कर रहे हैं, प्लस क्या मॉडल हम लोग टारगेट कर रहे हैं, वो हमने फिगर आउट करा. So first 1 year was that only. Then we realized that it is very important to build a team before we go ahead, and slowly and gradually जब वो चीज़ें हुई तो we got a good team as well, and फिर then COVID also came up, and that was definitely a difficult time. But again, post COVID we had two options, like either to shut this all or maybe start this from scratch. Later on we actually realized that COVID was a blessing in disguise for us. Reason being कि I was also able to come full time into this, and we realized our own roles. So now me and Rishabh definitely know that what's the best role for each of us.
What's the expertise you bring in?
Yes, exactly. So we started organizing things again. Post COVID हम लोगों ने खुद ने भी सर्व किया a lot of times, क्योंकि people were looking out for places where they can get their orders in car, right, and it should be very hygienic and everything, the caution or everything that people were taking out, right? So उस चीज़ में हमें लगा कि being ourselves in the back of the kitchen, it was very faithful for the customers and really trustworthy for the customers as well कि चलो हाँ ठीक है, we are safe to get orders from here. So it turned out really well. We created our model of QSR concept, एक क्विक सर्विंग मॉडल बनाया कॉफ़ी का, सर्विंग इनटू द डिस्पोजेबल्स एंड एवरीथिंग दैट वी डू राइट नाउ. एंड वहाँ से हमने एक्सपेंशन चालू करा. वी केम अप विथ फर्स्ट फ्रेंचाइजी क्वेरी एज वेल बिफोर कोविड ओनली, एंड वी रियलाइज दैट टू एक्सपैंड दिस फर्दर वी नीड अ गुड मॉडल. सो स्टार्ट किया था जब एक सिंगल शीट था जिस पे हमने अपना फ्रेंचाइजी मॉडल बना के एंड वी स्टार्टेड इट कि लेट्स सी यार हाउ इट गोज़. एंड then when a lot of queries started coming in, we created a different model. We consulted some people as well, put our inputs as well कि यार हमारी brand के लिए this will go well. Okay. And we sorted in agreements and everything and expanded this model. And till date we are like 25 plus stores and it's still counting.
That's a crazy story. बट यार मेरे को ये बताओ, जो लोग बोल रहे थे उस टाइम पे दैट व्हाट आर यू डूइंग एंड क्वेश्चनिंग what is this about, because I think like back in 2018 2017 ये पूरा कल्चर जयपुर में था ही नहीं. स्पेशली द होल टेक अवे मॉडल रिलेटेड टू कॉफी वाज हार्डली एग्जिस्टेंट. तो व्हाट आर दोस पीपल सेइंग नाउ?
यार अब तो यही बोलते हैं एक आउटलेट हमें भी खुलवा दो. दैट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग दे से व्हेन यू मीट. बट या राइट नाउ नोबडी सेज दैट कि इंजीनियरिंग करके क्या करा. राइट नाउ एवरीवन सेज कि इंजीनियर्स तो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स ही होते हैं.
और अब तो like they must probably look at you as an inspiration, right? कि telling their own kids that learn from them, learn from Rishabh and Samyak.
I think if they say that, it's good because you should let them do whatever they want.
Agreed, totally. Okay, that's a great story, Samyak. So like we talked about that you guys started way back in 2017, like the idea perpetuated in 2017. So I want to learn more about that early mover story that you guys had. Basically, of course, you were like a first mover in this market in Jaipur, and you did a lot of things right for sure. So what do you think are some early mover strategies, or let's say your unique USPs, your differentiation points that people who are starting off coffee business can learn from? And how do you think your brand stands out? Like, what do you guys still do every day to make your brand stand out when there are so many other players out there?
Right, that's a good one. That's a good question. So basically when we started as well, we were not very sure of what we are like growing this into, right? We're not sure of the recipes and we are not sure of the categories that we'll be serving. But one thing that we realized, if you create it on your own, right, your model should be your own, then you can expand it. होता क्या है कि a lot of people try to see what is there on the other plate, right, what's there on the other's plate, and that sometimes take you out of the zone what you were initially thinking. For sure. Right, so you should plan things on your own. USPs आपकी होनी चाहिए. वी ट्राई टू क्रिएट सम USPs फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगनिंग. हम लोगों ने देखा कि इस कैटेगरी में कोई भी फ्रेश फूड सर्व नहीं कर रहा है. सो अ लॉट ऑफ ब्रांड्स आर सर्विंग फूड अलॉन्ग विद कॉफ़ी, बट वो कहीं बाहर से आउटसोर्स होता है एंड वो फ्रोजन फॉर्म में होता है, एंड देन इट्स केप्ट इन द डिस्प्ले फ्रिजेस, grilled and served to the customer.
Yes, I've seen that on a lot of places which serve coffee.
So we decided let's not do that. We'll keep it a quick serving concept, but we will prepare it fresh. Right, so when we did that, we actually saw that there was a very good response in food as well for our brand. Then we created our own recipes, improvised them, and brought in new things into the menu as well for food. And that went to be one of the biggest USP, I would say. And like into 2024, we also got the Zomato Best Sandwiches Award in Jaipur.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's so cool.
That was another game-changing point for us to look into the fact that in the coming years, what we can improvise in our food further to just keep it going.
Yeah. Also, did you realize before that your food is also making such a difference?
Like obviously we did from the feedback of customers, right. But eventually when there is a some major recognition from a brand like Zomato or something, when it's completely organic as well, so it goes very different. That for our team as well was a big milestone to achieve, right? So now furthermore R&D to do in this, and of course coffee is our main soul heart of the Crazy Coffee. But yeah, we realized that this USP is something that we can stand out from others. Second, like I would say customization for the customer. We ourselves stood in kitchen to check out कि लोगों को क्या चाहिए exactly. तो कई बार जैसे टीम को आके बोलते हैं कि यार हमको ऐसी कॉफ़ी पीनी है, and if you are able to serve that, if we are able to do that, the customer is not going anywhere else next time, right? And एक चीज़ हो जाती है कि कस्टमर आया एंड कैफ़े बोल रहा है यार मेरी वाली कॉफ़ी कर दो, राइट? सो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट फीलिंग ऑल टुगेदर. तो वो अचीव करा जब हमने लाइक इनिशियली जब हमने स्टार्ट भी किया था. इन द फर्स्ट 6 months ऑल्सो वी हैड कस्टमर्स जो आके हमें बोलते थे कि यार एक मेरी वाली कॉफ़ी कर दो. एंड देन आवर टीम स्टार्टेड कॉलिंग आउट कस्टमर नेम with their coffee name. So जैसे एक कस्टमर थे हमारे, used to have like not the thick frappe we serve, a thin frappe. तो they used to say like that कि एक वो सर की कॉफ़ी कर देना, ज़्यादा ब्लेंड करनी है जो. तो ठीक है, वो एक रिकग्निशन हम कस्टमर्स को भी दिया एंड कस्टमर से भी हमको लॉयल्टी मिली. अपार्ट फ्रॉम डूइंग द वेरी लास्ट थिंग आई वुड से कि हम लोगों ने ये चीज़ इनकलकेट करी टीम में कि यू शुड नॉट एक्ट एज कि ये चीज़ जगह अपनी नहीं है, राइट? यू शुड फील कि यार हम लोग के कस्टमर्स हैं. तो जब वो चीज़ होती है तो चांसेस ऑफ एरर गोज डाउन. मतलब वो चीज़ नहीं होनी चाहिए कि ठीक है वॉट एवर यू आर सर्विंग इट्स गुड, नॉट लाइक दैट. ईच एंड एवरी ऑर्डर शुड बी परफेक्ट. तो उसके लिए USPs रेसिपीज़ हम लोगों ने डिज़ाइन करी. दैट वर्कड आउट रियली वेल.
Really cool. मतलब आई एम बीइंग वेरी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, like the number of times I've had your coffee, जो आपने बोला ना, the sense of personalization or feeling like it's your place, like you are being served something actually good. I felt that through the coffee, like not lying.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, great Samyak. So far the discussion has been going great, and Samyak and I felt now it's time to relax a bit, so we are like all set in for our last question. So Samyak, let's talk about the entrepreneurs who are trying to do something of their own right now, and especially people who are very enthusiastic about coffee. So what would you like to say to someone who's getting into the coffee business, and any advice in specific for the coffeepreneurs out there?
Right. So talking about the coffee market, I think there is a great space for everyone right now as well. The market has grown exponentially over the past few years. I think India is seeing a drastic change from a tea drinking nation to a coffee drinking nation. The coming Gen Z Alpha would be definitely more of a coffee drinking players in the market, and I believe that there is room for everyone who is willing to start a new business. The point I think that everyone should focus on that what they believe in building on, right? It's not what everyone has built already. Don't try to copy anyone else's model. Yes, do learn the good things from them, but be a player of your own, right? तो ठीक है, जैसे हमें लगा कि fresh food is one thing for us, customer loyalty is another thing for us, customization is another thing for us, and we just kept on learning what's the new thing that could happen. Being patient is really important. You cannot see the results very much early, but being patient that helped us out, and that it has really shown results right now. Learn what you are able to do best with time, what your customer wants. There is the room for different customer base as well, right? So it's not like everyone is liking the same thing. You need to create a niche out of it, right? So I think that's a basic advice for me. Do invest in the things that are going in trend. Don't hesitate in that. Sometimes it feels like whether we should not invest in this or our time and money, something like that. Remove that doubt from mind, and if you're being patient, definitely it will be fruitful for you.
That's great. I think today my takeaway from our discussion with you is, whatever you are doing, be different and be yourself, like your own authentic self in that. If you're just copying everyone around but not putting your own brain into it, then it's not going to stand out.
Exactly. And then you cannot bring your own passion out of it. Right? You will always think like this thing someone else is doing better than me, and that thing someone else is doing better than me. Right? You will never know what you are better at. So
Great, Samyak. So, Samyak, what's like the next step for Crazy Coffee? What do you think is your vision for this year, 2025?
all right, like we did in the past also we take some steps कि ये हमें achieve करना है. There is a milestone map कि ये करना ही है. But we have also realized that in the process of doing that हमको ये चीज़ लगना चाहिए कि as a team we are in very much involved in this. And किस चीज़ में पूरी टीम को मज़ा आ रहा है. सेटिंग अ नंबर के इतने आउटलेट्स हम लोग को खोलने हैं या कुछ इज़ नॉट एट द वेरी पीक ऑफ आवर टू डू लिस्ट, बट टू डू इट इन अ वेरी कंपैशनेट मैनर कि हाँ हम चाहते थे ऐसा हो. इफ़ यू हैव 25 आउटलेट्स राइट नाउ, ये 25 ऐसे रन हो. दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस. सो इम्प्रोवाइजिंग ऑन आवर SOPs or protocols, first is that. Then the other expansion part, definitely sooner or later we have to achieve the milestone of 100 outlets, and 2025 would be the beginning for that. I think we have laid our foundation very well in the past 7 years, and we have built a good team. We have built a good trust with the customers as well. So now there's a flight to catch, I believe,
Yeah.
to the milestone that we want.
One key thing that I've noticed in terms of you getting more and more creative is your ambience. Like every outlet I've visited of Crazy Coffee, it looks different than the other. Like this one in specific, it is so creative and so welcoming, like the whole atmosphere. That's also something which I feel really stands out.
Right. So as I said, like you need to think out like what can be a differentiator for you. We realized that QSR chains are generally very much generic to their specific themes, and it's sometimes maybe not very much touching to a good touch point to the customers. We realized that as per our location and time, we will keep upgrading our themes. So from location to location, we have different ambience themes and etc. Also, the customer who is going to one outlet and then to another outlet, it feels a different experience for him.
I second that totally. It does feel like a totally distinct experience. This one and the ones that I usually visit in Raja Park or Siski. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, Samyak, for joining me and sharing your whole story. It is truly, truly inspiring. And I'm sure any person who's passionate about coffee and wants to start something of their own in this industry or in another industry would feel very motivated to hear how you guys laid out everything. And yeah, it was a great discussion, a very eye-opening one. Thanks again for being here and discussing this with me.
Thank you so much, Vedika. It was a great time with you. Yeah.
Okay, bye bye. Thank you so much.
Done.